Hi students, today we are going to discuss about Topper IIT NEET Foundation. In that we are going to discuss about ninth class biology. In ninth class biology, the first lesson is food resources and animals. In this food resources and animals, already we are discussing about mixed farming. In the mixed farming and different varieties of other farming cultures like poultry, aqua farming, and sericulture, pisciculture, like that different varieties of culturing organisms are also we are discussed in last class. So then coming to in the last class we are already discussing about livestock. So in the livestock, we are already know about livestock, the organisms which are mainly used for different purposes. So that organisms we are growing in our areas for different food materials. Maybe they are using for meat purposes or we are using in a farming field. So the type of organisms which are growing in our domestic areas, that living organisms are called as livestock. So for example, in this livestock we are growing different varieties of cattle, buffaloes, sheep, goats. These are mainly comes under this livestock. So the organisms which are mainly growing in our areas, in our houses, these are mainly divided based on the purpose why we are growing that animals. We are divided mainly into three types. One is food utilizing organisms or food utilizing animals, and second one is called as draught animals, and third one is comes under the general utility organisms, animals. So like these different varieties of the organisms we are growing in our areas with the in our houses or domestic purposes. So first one is food yielding animals. So nothing but cows, buffaloes, goats, sheep, these are growing in our areas for food material purpose. Means whenever you are taking dairy farming or you are taking buffaloes or cows, they are mainly grown in our areas for milk purpose. So the milk is the one of the nutrient material, best nutrient material for our body. Means it is containing different proteins, vitamins, and also different varieties of fat materials, useful fats also there in the milk. So they are very important in the nutritional purpose. So for that milk yielding purpose, we are growing different cows and buffaloes in our surrounding areas. So and also sheep and goats. So from these sheep, goats, and chicks, and means hens, we are growing in our areas for the different meat purposes. Means after killing them, the organisms we are using as the food material. So like chicken, mutton, we are preparing from them. So they are called as they are also very good nutrient sources for our body. Means for our body building or for energy purposes or for different nutrient purposes or for vitamin sources, we are using these food utility materials as the some of the food materials. So that's why we are using food utilizing animals growing in our areas. And next one is draught animals. So these draught animals are mainly used for farming purpose, means ploughing in the field. So for ploughing purposes or for different, for example, we are seed casting during the farming. The seeds are spreading towards the farming land by using the seed casting purpose. In that also, in some cases, we are using different varieties of the animals. So for that purposes, we are using different varieties of the animals. So and also in our areas for weightlifting for purpose, or for example for transporting purposes, we are using bullock carts, or for example we are using horses for different weightlifting purposes. So these are all are some of the draught animals which are growing in our areas for different weightlifting purposes. And generally we are using some of the organisms for protection of protection from the enemies and robberies, and for different varieties of the organisms. So like that also in our areas we are using different varieties of the organisms for as a livestock materials. So these organisms are also mainly used for different varieties. So the growing of the animals in our areas for different purposes, and also they are for the nutrient purposes, and for the growing of the organisms we are arranging very nutritious, and we are using different gross materials for their food materials. These are all are comes under the animal husbandry, the arrangement of the different varieties of the food materials for growing of the organisms, and for that organisms shading, giving shade to that organisms. And for domestic, in the domestic areas also we are constructing some shed to that growing organism. And for these animals we are arranging some amount of food material also, like grasses or some rice husk materials, or dry grass materials, like the different varieties of the nutritious material also we are arranging for this in the animal husbandry. So from these animal husbandry, whatever the organisms which are growing, we are using that for the different purposes. Means for weightlifting purpose, or for farming purpose, or for construction of the bullock carts, or for different food yielding purposes. We are using this animal husbandry. In this animal husbandry, we are using different animals for different purposes. Then coming to the another one, in the dairy farming, main important organisms which are using in the dairy farming are cows. What are they? Cows. So in the cows also there are different varieties of the cows are there. Means the different varieties of the cows and different areas cows we are using for different purposes. For example, if you are using cows as a farming purpose, we are using some of the indigenous varieties, or for weightlifting varieties. And some of the cows we are using only for food material purpose, means for yielding milk and for food material purpose. So like that, in dairy farming, we are growing different varieties of the native cows in our surrounding areas. So that is comes under the dairy farming. That is comes under dairy farming. So these dairy farming also we are using for the cows mainly for three different purposes. Only for milk yielding purpose we are growing cows. And for draught animals, means for weightlifting, or for loving the farming field, we are growing some number of the cows. And for dual variety, means for both variety, both purposes, means for milk yielding purpose and for weightlifting purpose also we are using some of the organisms. So like that, different varieties of the organisms are there for growing of the cows. So growing of the cows in our surrounding areas is mainly three different types will be there. Only for milk purpose some of the cows we are using, and for draught means for weightlifting, for using the farming land we are using some of the organisms, and for dual purpose we are using some of the organisms. So there are different varieties of the breeds are there for growing different varieties of the animals. In that, first coming to the milk breeds, means for milk yielding purpose we are using which varieties of the organisms or which varieties of the cows in our areas. Now we will see about these cows. So here we are using three different breeds in the milk yielding organisms. In the milk yielding organisms we are using three different breeds. So for first one is indigenous breeds, and the second one is called as exotic breeds. Second one is called as exotic breeds, and the third one is also called as crossbreeds. Crossbreeds. So first one indigenous, and it means in the native of the state, in the native of that particular state, the organisms are growing in that particular areas only. For example, in Haryana, one varieties of the cows are growing. In for example, if you go to Punjab, there are some other varieties of the cows are growing for milk yielding purpose. Especially in our Andhra Pradesh, coming to the Andhra Pradesh, we are using Red Sindhi variety. Red Sindhi breed is commonly we can see in Andhra Pradesh. We can see in Andhra Pradesh. So generally we can see this Red Sindhi is the breed we can see in reddish color. Reddish color hair will be appears on the outside of the means that skin color will be somewhat reddish in nature. So it mainly present in our AP. Then coming to the another important variety that is called as Sahiwal variety. What is that variety? Sahiwal variety. So this variety, if you see in Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh areas. So in Haryana, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh areas, mainly we can see this Sahiwal variety. So Sahiwal means here some humpness will be, means there will be skin will be loosely arranged, body will be appears in this Sahiwal variety. So like that variety we can see in that Punjab, Haryana states. Then coming to the another important variety that is called as Gir. So this gir is also something folding in the neck side will be appears in this gir variety. So this is also one of the important in Rajasthan, Gujarati areas. So Gujarat and Rajasthan states we can see this gir breed which is very common in that particular areas. Like that the organism with the breed which is commonly we can see in that particular state that organisms are comes under this indigenous breeds. For example, you can see Red Sindhi in Andhra Pradesh, Sahiwal in Haryana, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh varieties, and if you go to Rajasthan and Punjab, we can see this Gujarat, we can see this Gir variety. These are all some of the indigenous breeds. Then coming to the another important one that is called as exotic breeds. So these exotic breeds we can see in other countries. For example, you can see Holstein variety. What is that variety? Holstein variety. So this Holstein variety is common native of Holland. This Holstein variety breed will be appears and it will be give maximum liter capacity of the milk. And then coming to the another important one that is called as brown Swiss variety. So it is the native of Switzerland. So it is the breed which is mainly present in the Switzerland state. So these are the some of the common other varieties are there. And another important one is Jersey cow. So this is the cow which is commonly we can see in our dairy farming also. Different state and state governments which are maintaining the dairy farming, in that we can see generally this Jersey variety. So these Jersey variety cows are very high yielding animals, and these are the native of England. From England we are importing these varieties of the cows. So like that, from the other countries we are exporting or other countries breeds, we are calling, these are called as exotic breeds. What we are calling them? Exotic breeds. So Holstein variety commonly we can see in Holland, and Jersey variety we can see in England, and another one is called as brown Swiss variety. So it is commonly in present in Switzerland. Then coming to the another important one, crossbreeds. So crossbreeds means whenever we can see one of the superior male organism or superior female organism, means it is giving, if it is giving high yielding milk, high yielding amount of milk, then we are taking that organism with the crossbreeding with another superior male, then it gives more and more milk capacity to that organism. So one superior varieties of the organism is again breed with the another superior varieties of the male organism, then the resultant organism will be high yielding variety. So these type of organisms we are calling them as crossbreeds. And another, coming to the another important purpose of the organisms, we are calling as draught breeds, means draught animals. So these draught animals, there are different in the different areas we can see these draught animals, means we are using them for the farming, ploughing of the field, or for weightlifting purpose, or for different purposes we are using this draught variety of the organisms. So for example, you can see they are as Malvi variety or Nagari variety, or some of them Ongol variety, or some of them Tharpakar variety, like that different Caucasian variety, like that different varieties of the breeds we can see mainly for the draught purpose organisms. So these draught organisms are also very important for the draught yielding purpose. So these are the draught animals. Then another important, some of the varieties crossbreeds, we are calling them as crossbreeds, they are called as Murrah variety. What is that? Murrah variety. So these Murrah variety breeds, we can see these are high yielding milk giving varieties. So particularly daily they are giving 1800 liters to the 25,000 to 2,500 liters capacity of the milk is given by this Murrah variety cows. So these are very very important cow milk yielding breeds which we can see in that organisms. So these are called as Murrah variety. And another one is called as Mehsina variety. What is that variety? Mehsina variety. This Mehsina variety is also one of the crossbreed. We can see this yielding is 1200 to the 2500 liters capacity milk will be given by this Mehsina variety. So it is also one of the important variety we can see in the crossbreed. And another one is called as Sarti variety. What is that variety? Sarti variety. So this Sarti variety is also one of the common, and it is also milk percentage is some more than 12% variety will be there. So it is also very important in some of the Vadodara and Kara places which we can see commonly in these organisms. So these are the some of the breeds we can see in our nature, very very important one. And the important increase in the yield of the growing of cows and increase in the yield of the milk from the different breeds of the organisms is comes under a program called as Operation Flood Program. So this is also called as White Revolution. This White Revolution first time which was proposed by one of the scientists called as Kurian. Who is that scientist? Kurian. So Kurian is one of the scientists who proposed first time the Operation Flood Program, or it is also called as White Revolution. In that increase in the amount of the milk from the different breeds of the organisms is comes under this Operation Flood Program. So from this program there will be another important board is also developed, that is called as National Dairy Development Board. From this under this National Dairy Development Board, we are growing different varieties of the breeds of organisms, and we are increasing the milk from different varieties of the organisms will be coming in this different means increase in the milk amount from different breeds of the organisms is comes under this Operation Flood program. So this is about milk varieties, and for this animal feed is also one of the important, means during the increase in the milk quantity from the different breeds of organisms, we are feed is also one of the important one. Animal feed, so for developing, for increasing the yield of the milk from the different breeds, animal feed is one of the important factor. Because of that, because of this feed only, the organisms are increases their milk. So this feed, how, which type varieties of the feed will be given to that particular organisms for increase in the milk, we will discuss now. So there are some of the leguminaceae fodder we can give for the different breeds of organisms, like Lurcinae, Bersim varieties, and some of the organisms are also which we will give leguminaceae dry fodder, means in this leguminous dry fodder we are giving, and some of them are green fodder also we are giving. One is dry fodder and some of them green fodder. So green fodder leucine variety and some of the bercine variety we can give. And in the green dry fodder means always the husk of the different or husk or dry pieces of the different varieties of the, for example you take green gram or red gram or peanut, different varieties of the gram leguminaceae family members containing varieties of the fodders. After drying they will be taken as the food material, they will be given as the food material to different breed of the organisms in different areas. And some of the non-leguminaceae varieties of non-leguminous fodder is also we are giving to different varieties of the organisms. For example, different grass varieties and rice varieties, wheat varieties, bajra variety, zovar variety, sorghum, different varieties of the fodder means the green color plants which will be given as a green fodder for different varieties of the organisms. Some of the farmers they are also using mixed fodder is also they will be, means some all these contents they will be mixed with each other and they will given to that particular breeds of the organic buffaloes and cows. So that mixed varieties of the concentrates also very important for growing and for increase in the yield of the organisms. Like and some of them are, they are also using the husk of the rice, wheat, bajra, different varieties of the millet varieties of the husk, dry husk will be taken as a food material and it will be given to that varieties. Or oil cakes, groundnut or sunflower or different varieties of the organisms, cake varieties also they will be taken as the one of the food material. So groundnut oil cake or sunflower oil cake or different varieties of the husk type of varieties of the cakes they will be using as the one of the important fodder and important nutrient source for increasing the milk to the farming buffaloes. So this is also one of the important fodder food materials which are given to that. So this is about different feed material which is given to that organisms. So next coming to the next topic we will go in next lesson. Okay, thank you.